Hi, my name is Zachary Baines, and I am competing in this week's tournament. I will be doing pro-con speech, and I will be doing mine on the LD resolution, the operation of outer space by private entities is unjust. And I'm ready to begin my speech. So for this resolve, the operation of outer space by private entities is unjust. Both the affirmation and the negation give a strong argument to why this bill is just and unjust. Today, I will be giving both an affirmation to this resolution and a negation, and give 3 points to why both cases work. Okay, so for the affirmation, my first contention is that only the rich profit from this. When we think of people going into outer space, for instance, like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, they are the two people that are really pertaining to this resolution, especially in the United States. They are the two of the most richest men in the entire world and have some of the most influential and most powerful companies in the world that are able to actually do this. So if they are going to go to outer space, what's their intent behind this? Because really, all they're trying to do is get more rich. By exploring space, they are able to accumulate more resources, so then that makes them richer. So really, if we are allowing them to go into outer space, they're the ones that are only getting richer. Nobody else is going to profit from them other than them. Which just leads me into my second point. This prioritizes profits over the betterment of humanity. If we are going to go out into outer space, we should make sure that it isn't these private entities that are only going out there to profit themselves. If we are going to explore outer space, we should make sure that we are prioritizing the betterment of humanity. Because what would be the only other reason why we would go out and explore space if we aren't going to try to help ourselves in the meantime? So if we are going to do this, we should make sure that private companies aren't doing this because they're just going to prioritize making profits. Because in outer space, there's a lot of unexplored areas, and they're able to colonize areas and start claiming them as their own, which means that they're basically becoming their own form of government. And this isn't beneficial to humanity at all, because all it's doing is benefiting them and not anybody else. They are able to monopolize things or monopolize space travel by doing this, because if we make private companies do this, there's only a select few of them that are able and rich enough to do this. So if we do this, we are really hurting ourselves and society in whole. And this leads me to my third point for the affirmation. This could lead to people cutting corners. If private companies are doing this, they are the ones that are going to cut corners and that are not going to make sure that everything is up to standard when doing these space travels. This could be very dangerous for people to go out in outer space when they're using these private companies, because there's no government that's really regulating them, or they're not NASA where they have to follow strict regulations to make sure that their spacecrafts are up to top shape and are able to withstand the harsh environments of outer space and the unknown, really, of the worlds that they're going to be able to explore. So if we do allow private entities to do this, this is extremely unjust, because again, it only profits the rich, the people that are able to own these companies. My second contention, it prioritizes profits over the betterment of society, or of really humanity. And third point, which is this could lead to these companies cutting corners. But now let me give you reasons why it is actually just for these private companies to go out there. So my first point for why it is just is that they have the resources. If they have the resources, why shouldn't we allow them to do this? Because if we aren't going to allow them to do this, then nobody else really is. They have the money right now to go out there and explore the universe. So, and if they have these resources and the time to do this, we should allow them to do this. Otherwise, it's going to take many years for us to actually get to the point where we're able to explore space, because it's going to take a lot of taxpayers' dollars. It's going to take a lot of research with those taxpayers' dollars, and this is going to take time to develop these rockets to make sure that they follow these standards. So if we are going to allow these private entities to do this, then they're going to speed up this process by doing so. My second point is that they earn the right to do this because they've worked, because they've put in the work. So what I really mean by this is that, like in Elon Musk, he's a person that has worked hard all his life. He struggles with a disability, and he overcame this disability, and now he owns one of the most profitable companies in the world. So if he has gotten to this point where he is able to actually have the opportunity to go explore space, shouldn't he have the right to do so? That's why America is great. We give people the opportunity to do whatever they like, which under legal means. And really, there's nothing illegal by him exploring space. It really is going to help society, because if he is able to go explore space, he can help to research for like NASA and other companies to make sure that we can all go out there and explore space. Because through people like Elon Musk, he's going to be able to find the research and get these things done a lot faster than the government can. Because if we only rely on our government, it takes a while for them to do things. Let's just look at our I can't remember what it's called. The driver's license place. I can't remember what they're called right now, but they take a very long time to make people get in there, because they're technically a monopoly themselves. They're a government-run monopoly. They're the only people that are allowed or legally allowed to give you a driver's license. If we rely on our government to also do the same for space travel, we're never going to be able to really explore space, because it's going to take forever. So we should allow people like Elon Musk and all these companies that have the resources and have worked or have the right, because they've worked their butts off to get to this point, we should allow them to go out there and explore space. And finally, my third point to why this is just is because this will create hundreds of jobs. Let's just think about this. Not even hundreds of jobs. It will create millions of jobs, because now we're not just confined to a small space like Earth. Now we have the ability to go out and explore the whole world. People now are able to manufacture rockets. They're able to manufacture parts for those rockets. They're able to go explore. They're able to go become new explorers. We can all become the new Lewis and Clark. Imagine, this could be amazing for our society because of all these jobs that are going to be created by this. So really, this isn't unjust for us to do this, because it's going to be very profitable for everybody, really, in the long run. Because if there's more jobs off-world, other than us just relying on the small space that or the small confined space of Earth, then we're all going to profit, because there's going to be so many more jobs, and we're not just going to be concealed to this small space, because really Earth is overpopulating, and it's because of this population, it is causing global warming and many other things. So by us going off-world, again, it's creating jobs, it's helping the environment, it's really just helping society as a whole. So again, to go over to why this is just, is because if the companies do have the resources, then we should allow them to do it. The second point is that they technically have the right to do so, because it's not illegal for them to do this, and because they've worked their butts off to get to this point where they are able to do this. And again, they'll move a lot faster than the government to make sure that we can go out and do the space travel. And for the third point for why this is just, it's because this will create hundreds of jobs, not even hundreds, millions, like I said, millions of jobs. So now both of these sides do have a very great points. So yes, thank you very much for listening both to my affirmation and negation speech. Yes, thank you.